guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today the project we're going to do is that COVID-19 notifier for Windows. Alright, so we are going to scrape data from the website called as Worldometer. So this is going to be a basic but a very interesting project. So what we're going to extract is the total coronavirus cases in India, the total deaths and the total recovered cases. Okay. So what I'll do is that first of all I'll import the libraries required. So the first library we are going to import is requests, and we'll import from BS4 import beautiful soup as BS. Then we'll import from wind and toast import toast notifier. Okay. So these are the libraries which we are going to use, and if suppose you don't have these libraries installed in your PC, then what you can do is that you can simply run this command pip install bs4, which will install the beautiful soup library, and you can do pip install wind and toast to install the toast notifier. Okay, as I've already installed these libraries in my PC, I'm not going to do this step. I'm going to continue ahead. So first what we're going to do is that we'll take the URL of this website, and we're going to make a new variable called as URL. Okay. Then we are going to give header, which will contain our browser's user agent, which is for me it is Mozilla. It might vary from PC to PC, actually from browser to browser, I'm sorry. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to request the website to extract the data. So for that we have to use request.get. we are going to pass the URL, we have to pass the headers equal to header. So this is going to request for the data. Now if we'll run this request, then what we'll see is that response is 200. So suppose if we get response is 200, then everything is fine, that the extraction of data has been done successfully. So moving ahead, what we'll do is that we'll convert this data. We'll actually, if we look at the page source of this, then we have to get all this HTML data, because all the data which we need to extract, which is the cases, the deaths and recovered cases, is embedded inside this HTML code. So what we'll do, first we'll get this HTML code. For getting that, we'll do request.text. Okay, this request is this variable which we got above. So if we look at this, then this is the HTML data. Okay, but the thing is that this data has the line breakers and delimiters, so we want to filter this out. So what we'll do is that we will use beautiful soup library. So we are going to create a new variable called as object. We'll use beautiful soup, we'll pass HTML and convert it to LXML. Okay, now suppose if we see this, then we can see that this is like exactly what we are looking right here. So this is what we exactly wanted. Okay, not like this. So now what we'll do is that we will extract these numbers from this website. What you'll do is that you will right click on this number, you'll do inspect element. Okay, then you'll go to the inspection element, you'll click on this number. So what you'll get is that you'll get this tag, you can see. So this number is inside the class main counter number and inside the span tag. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll do a variable object dot find. So it was inside the division tag, and as you can see, it was inside the division tag, the class is inside the division tag, and and the text is inside the span tag. So what we'll do is that we'll pass division, we'll pass class, the class name is main counter number. Okay, so if we suppose we pass this, then we'll get this data, which is right here, this data. This data. Okay, so as we can see here, the text which we need is inside the span tag. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll pass dot span. We got this. Now just we need the text data. So dot text if we'll do, then we'll get the total cases. Okay, so I'm going to save this variable. I got my total cases. So similarly what you can do is that, okay, so similarly here, if you notice, if I inspect the deaths tag, then I can see that it is also inside the same class, which is called as main counter number. So suppose if I run this main counter number again, I'm not getting the same thing again, right? So what I'll do is that I'll do some changes. I'll do find all. So it will find all the classes named as main counter number. Okay, so it got all the classes called as main counter number, and it has saved it in a list. Alright, so as you know, in Python the list starts with 0th element. Okay, so this is our 0th element, this is our first element, this is our second element. Okay, so what we need here is, we need our first element for total deaths. Okay, so we got it here, and we'll do same thing again. We'll do dot span, so we'll get the span tag, and from that we'll do dot text, so we'll get the text inside it. Okay, so I'm going to save it inside a variable called as total deaths. Okay, so again the same thing we'll do as we saw in the code, that the total recovered cases is also inside the class called as main counter number. Okay, so again we'll do find all. So we got all these classes. So as we can see, it is the second element, the total recovered cases. So what I'll do is that I'll pass second. It is inside span. Okay, then it is inside text. So I got the total recovered cases. So I'm going to save it inside a variable called as total recovered. Okay, so we have got the total cases, the total deaths, and total recovered cases from that website. So now what we'll do is that we'll be needing that message. So our message which we want to be notified is that we want it to be total cases as total underscore cases. Okay, then we'll give slash in because we want it on another line. So we'll do recovered cases and we want total deaths. Here we'll pass total recovered cases. Okay, okay, so if we look at our message, then of course the slash n is not going to do any impact here because I have not used the print statement. Okay, if suppose I use print statement, then it is going to print like this, and I want my notification to be like this. Alright, so now what we'll do is that we'll pass this message to the notification, that is the library which we imported here, toast notifier Vent10 toast. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll pass it to a variable called as notifier is equal to toast notifier. Okay, then we'll pass make a new variable called as notification, and in that in this toast notifier there is a library called as show toast library, or a command you can say, show toast, which will actually we have to feed in all the data which we want to be showed on the desktop notification. So that will be the title. The title will be, I would like to get COVID-19 India update. So this I want to be the title. Okay, so the message which I want to be displayed is the message which we gave above. I want the duration to be of 10 seconds, so I'll give 10. And also I can pass an icon which will be like the icon which I want to be there on the desktop notifier. And suppose I've downloaded this icon in my desktop, the COVID-19 icon. So I'll just copy the path of this icon. Okay, and one more thing, the icon which we need here has to be strictly in the format of .ico. If you pass .jpg or .png, then this is not going to work at all. Okay, so now what I'll do is that I'll run this line. Oh, sorry, it is icon path. So as you can see here, we have got the notification of total cases in India as 2 million, total recovered is 2.1 million, and total deaths as 55,000. So this is the COVID-19 notifier project. Okay, so one more thing you can do is that actually you can actually change the country. Suppose like I can pass a variable here called as country, and suppose you want your country to be US, you want the data of US. So what you can do, you can make a variable called as country equal to US, and in this you can pass that variable. You can pass country. Okay, so suppose if I want data for US, then I'll run this again. I got my response is 200, that means everything is fine. I'll run this. Okay, and get the total cases, total deaths, total recovered cases, the message, and I'll feed it to the toast notifier. I'll just change here, I'll just write COVID-19 update, and I'll run this. I'll get the total cases for US. So accordingly you can change the name of the country right here, whichever you would like. Okay, you can give Thailand, you can give Singapore, you can give US, India, England, UK, whatever. Okay, so suppose if you want these notifications continuously, so what you can do is that actually you can create a function by combining all these lines above like this. These lines are same, like I've just defined a function called as updates, and I've returned this notification. Okay, so everything is same. We have passed header, and we have requested, we've converted to HTML, then we have got total cases and all. Okay, so suppose I run this function, and then I give it to a while loop, like while true print of updates. Then what I'll get is that I'll get a notification. Okay, so I have passed, you can see I've passed duration as 600. So 600 is 600 seconds, that means 10 minutes. So this loop is going to run forever. So this loop will give me notification for every 10 minutes. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, guys. If you found it really useful, then you can share this video with your friends, and please like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much, guys.